let's see, what's the upgrades at? Neither side really has much in the way of ups. Xenodor has Warp Tech, because Protoss, and Microbyte has speed for his roaches and wings, so I mean, it's actually a pretty low-tech game in that regard. Microbyte is gonna swing over to the natural, as there is nothing here anymore since Xenodor was pulled to the third. Xenodor is going to warp in gateway units by behind the cannons, and Microbyte has no escape path, though he should be able to get this Nexus. It does fall, and a Nidus Worm is started. So this is probably his best chance to get something done. I guess he's scared of the Immortal. With the Colossus coming out, this is actually quite understandable. And he's just going to retreat through the Nidus, and Xenodor is going to rebuild his Nexus. The Nidus is now out front. And Microbyte still has a very healthy supply lead. Xenodor has a higher worker count though, so with enough time, Xenodor's economy will put him far ahead of his Zerg opponent. And I do not like Spotify commercials because they are really loud. So, Microbyte is going to try the natural again. Xenodor's army is going to intercept this, and we'll have an easier time dealing with it this time. Xenodor is going to lose a Colossus that was at the natural. Well, actually, there's still a healthy number of roaches. Okay. Microbyte will pull off, and Xenodor will have more time to recover. This roach count is dangerously high, but Xenodor's composition is the correct composition for this. It's just, it's not enough. So like, if Microbyte were to take a straight up engagement and really commit and focus fire properly, with a good spread he could take out Xenodor's forces, but he's scared because he recognizes the compositional advantage for Xenodor. And the more time he gives Xenodor, the larger the composition will grow, and so then the advantage that Microbyte currently has, which is the numbers, will eventually stop. Microbyte is going to take his 4th and 5th now, which could potentially solve this economy problem for Microbyte. Corruptors are in the mix now, so the Colossus whenever they take a fight, they're going to have a timer over their heads. Xenodor is going to have to take this engagement now, at the 3rd. And when Colossus falls, I think he might have another somewhere else, but or did he lose it already? Anyways, a lot of charge lots are gonna come into this fight, and wow, okay, okay, charge lots. Well then, that is a lot of charge lots.
Indeed, charge.
They are going to make short work of all these Zerglings. The Warp Prism falls, which is good for Microbyte. It stipends Xenodor's push potential in retaliation for damage taken at the natural. Colossus is out again. And Xenodor is just going to go across map now. He knows that he's badly injured his opponent, in terms of army, and he's just going to see what he can make of this situation. Hydras are out, but Hydras are not strong against anything in Xenodor's composition on their own. Like, with Hydras plus Roach, perhaps, could do something. Xenodor is going to back up, and I think he just wants a better engagement. He could take that fight, but I guess he's not feeling it. I don't think Xenodor is entirely aware how many charge slots he made. Because he didn't have to lose that pylon, at the very least. Or maybe he's scared of another Muta switch. Who knows? He doesn't have much in the way of anti-air. Now he does. Look at all those stalkers. Okay, Xenodor's production is kicking in now. So, you remember everything I was saying about the Zerg wants to be ahead on bases from their Protoss opponent? This is why. Now the Protoss player is capable of building as many units in a single production cycle as the Zerg player. And that's just not good. So, like, from this point, Xenodor doesn't have to be as cost efficient as a normal Protoss has to be. He can just sort of skirt around the issue like this, and he's gonna warp in from the side and DT in the mix even. Blink is done. That's nice. Not often you see Xenodor go for Blink. But, I mean, if he's on 3 bases. Xenodor has cleaned up this 5th. And he's going to swing around the other side, I think. Or is he gonna drop down? Okay. There's a creep tumor. There's a second creep tumor. Now where's he going? He's gonna go to the 3rd. Colossus is out again, so that's going to complicate the issue immensely for Microbyte. Burrowed roaches, but I mean, there's an observer, so is this before the patch? Because that is a swarm host. Well, it is a dead swarm host. We will never know. Oh, there's more. Okay. That looks like this was before the patch. That's what it looks like. I'm not certain though, because if he has burrowed roaches, then that means he has the burrow upgrade too. I know what I can do. Where's his infestation pit?
There's this flying locust.
Yeah. Does it say flying locust?
Let me check.
It's not,
I can't see on this overlay.
Which overlay do you have up?
I'm not sure.
Does it look like the one on stream?
No.
Does it look like how it looks when you play a normal game?
Yes.
Okay. Then you should be able to click on the infestation pit and it should show you.
There's nothing then.
Okay. Whatever. It doesn't matter. The game is over. Whatever swarm hosts those were did not help.
Yes.
Colossus beats both of them, so... Anyways, thoughts on the game?
Really interesting seeing how much higher DPS each unit is for Protoss than it is for Zerg, because just like these huge Zerg armies go up against this small little Protoss force, and just Protoss force completely slaughters them. So I thought that's kind of interesting that like 1-to-1 unit doesn't quite work out in the skill.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't. I think Zenidor also started taking upgrade advantages as he felt comfortable. So that's another problem with this. Okay, so now we're looking at Leenock versus Maru. And, oh wow, this is an old map. This is King Sejon Station, a TVZ. I think I've already told you all my thoughts on this one. Do you remember what do you remember my general thoughts on TVZ King Sejon Station?
Refresh the viewers, Mr. Zenidor.
Okay. And refresh you too? Basically, I think it favors Zerg in the early to mid game and Terran in the mid to late game. And the reason why is simple. It is very difficult for the Zerg to take their fourth on this map, but it is very easy for the Zerg to pressure the natural on this map. Basically what this comes down to is if the Zerg does not kill the Terran with something like a +1 roach attack, then the Terran has the opportunity to shut down the fourth with relative ease, with some sort of Widowmine push. So that's generally how this matchup plays out, with variations there from there, of course. Anyways, if you'll introduce our players.
Alright, spawning in the bottom right, the red Zerg, Leenock. And spawning in the top left, the blue Terran, putting the T in this TVZ, Maru.
Like Maru is going to start his wall against this Zerg. And, like any good Zerg, Leenock is going to send his Overlord out for scouting purposes. Maru, on the other hand, is not going to go standard. Apparently he does not want to defend his natural. He rather bunker rush. Or, I imagine it's a bunker rush. I mean, it's going to be Reapers at first, but I imagine he will follow it up with bunkers because it's Maru. He's not a cheesy player per se, but he is not afraid to cheese. Let's put it that way. And with the barracks completed, he will go scout with his SCV, or build a bunker, or both.